Hello. We've seen some serious heat across southern and eastern Europe in recent days. 40 degrees in Corsica on Friday, and that's the earliest point in the year that France has recorded a temperature that high. The heat will continue in the next few days as well, but we are going to spark off some pretty hefty thunderstorms across southern Germany and through into Poland on Sunday. It's more scattered, the showers that we're likely to see further south and eastwards, although a spell of heavier rain on the way for central Turkey. Some showers, I think, getting into Antalya, should stay fine in Istanbul. A lot of heat, though, across Romania, into Hungary. Temperatures are not quite so extreme as we get across towards Iberia. For the northwest, different picture entirely. Low pressure from the Atlantic, keeping things much fresher, much more unsettled. But you can see from those figures in the likes of Warsaw and Kiev, we are getting temperatures well above average for the time of year. The showers head further east for Monday. Skies clearing a little across southern Germany, but as you can see, the heat will continue. So our outlook for the coming days, temperatures gradually creeping up in London, but for Paris we could get close to 30 by Tuesday. Plenty of sunshine for Madrid and Rome. Berlin still keeps its temperatures in the low 30s until at least the end of the week. Hello. Africa and the Middle East are our destinations for this look at the world weather. And we start with our satellite picture, where you can see the bright white shower clouds showing up nicely through the equatorial belt. Some of the heavier rain to come here in the next few days, I think, from Cameroon through into Guinea. If anything, though, the showers sitting perhaps a little bit further north than we typically expect to see them at this point in the year. To the south, a dry story for South Africa. To the north, essentially fine as well. Certainly as low pressure clears through the Mediterranean as well, any risk of showers close to the north coast will subside. Some patchy cloud possible for Cape Town in the coming days, but temperatures typically sitting in the high teens to the low 20s. For Khartoum, lots of sunshine. For Casablanca, some passing cloud. It's a little bit more overcast at times in Kinshasa. Barely a cloud in the sky, though, to break the sunshine across the Middle East in the coming days. And we're producing some intense heat here, even by the standards of this point in the year. Temperatures in Baghdad, 4-5 degrees above average on Sunday. Slightly strengthening wind, though, across the Gulf, potentially stirring up some dust for Qatar and Bahrain. So we could see a problem with poor visibilities here. But essentially, it's a fine and sunny story that takes us through the next 5 days. And of course, with plenty of heat. Hello. We start our look at the forecast this time with India, and on the latest satellite picture you can see Storm Vayu very clearly now pushing into the north of the Arabian Sea, pulling away from Gujarat. At the moment it looks like it's set to stay across open water, but it may close in on Gujarat as a weakened system by the time we get to Tuesday. We're watching this closely for you. Heavy rain, though, even ahead of that, courtesy of pre-monsoonal showers across the western Ghats. The monsoon continuing to advance into Tamil Nadu and Karnataka in the next couple of days. A lot of heavy pre-monsoonal showers, though, to the northeast. Rather on the cool side for Astana, temperatures below average here in the next few days. For Almaty too, and a showery picture to the east of Kazakhstan. A few showers possible to across the far north of Pakistan, up in the Hindu Kush region, but for Islamabad it's a dry story and a hot one. Of course, the monsoon heat building ahead of the rains and remaining a distinct issue across the core part of India into the northwest. And then a closer look at some of those heavier showers, particularly for the likes of Sikkim in the next few days, also affecting Bangladesh. It does look like Dhaka, though, may avoid some of the more persistent downpours of rain. Elsewhere, sunshine for Tashkent and some heat building once again up into the mid-30s. Hello. Once again, we're talking about severe storms affecting parts of the plains of the US and running into the Midwest. The low pressure tied in with this active frontal system will sit across Quebec on Saturday, bringing some heavy rain and some strong winds here. And it's this trailing front that's going to produce some of the punchiest of the showers. We're talking large, potentially damaging hail, strong gusty winds, and a threat of tornadoes. For the west, it's a much quieter scene. There's a lot of fine weather. There's also some not insignificant heat building too, particularly for internal regions of those western states of the US. Temperatures a little above average across western Canada as well, maybe 5 to 10 degrees Celsius, but for parts of the western side of the US, we could be talking 10 to 20 degrees Celsius above average in some spots in the next few days. Plenty of sunshine to come for Vancouver. A little bit more cloud though for Los Angeles, and actually that will hold the temperatures back below the average values here for Sunday and Monday. Further east, some sunshine for the east coast of the US on Saturday, but there's a closer look at that frontal system pushing into Montreal and Toronto. Further south, we've also got the remnants of a weather system affecting southern Florida. A lot of showers here all the way down into the Keys, and it looks like, if anything, that rain will stick around right the way through into the beginning of the new week. Hello. More heavy showers to come to the north of the South American continent in the next couple of days, with a risk of flash flooding in parts of Venezuela and Colombia. Those showers do tend to thin out and trail off though as we make our way eastwards into northern Brazil. A lot of fine weather for Brazil on the whole in the next few days. Further south, quite an active weather front though, bringing some heavy rain into Uruguay, fringing into northeastern Argentina too. A closer look there at our showers, but as we pull across to the east, a dry picture but not without cloud along the east coast of Brazil. Some sunshine though for Rio. Quite a bit of heat building across southern Brazil and Paraguay in the next few days as well. Get to the south of that weather front, it's a much chillier story, and we're going to see, I think, some significant snow even to lower levels across parts of the Andes to the southern half of Argentina in the next day or so. Buenos Aires hanging on to the rain until at least Wednesday, when we should see skies clearing. Some quite hefty showers to the south of the Gulf of Mexico, affecting parts of Mexico through into the south of the Yucatan Peninsula and Belize on Saturday. Also some heavier rain for western Cuba, tied in with a frontal system extending down from Florida. Still some decent spells of sunshine to be found in this part of the world, as you would expect in the next few days, but those heavy downpours aren't too keen to move away from Havana. Hello, we're off to Asia and we'll start with our satellite picture. More heavy rain to come across southern and eastern China, courtesy of the Mei front in the next few days. Also lots of showers streaming through into Taiwan. A low pressure centre rolling across Japan on Sunday will also mean some very wet weather, particularly for the northern half of the country, and gales possible just about anywhere. Patchy cloud for North and South Korea, but a largely fine story rather on the cool side in Beijing. There's some of the heavier rain across southern China streaming into Hong Kong. Plenty of showers for the Philippines, for Myanmar as well, and some heavier rain again across northern Indonesia. So for Sumatra, some pretty frequent showers. Heavy downpours in Bangkok and quite steamy with a high of 34 degrees. A little clearer across Japan Monday, Tuesday, more rain for Osaka by Wednesday. High pressure dominant across Australia at the moment, but fronts grazing across the bight will bring in more cloud, a little bit of rain, for example, for Perth, and make for some gustier winds here. Some heavier showers possible close to Brisbane and Sydney on Sunday. New Zealand remains pretty changeable for the next few days, rather breezy and rather showery, but there should also be some spells of sunshine between the rain as well. And it's not a bad outlook for Wellington, if a little chilly as we go through the next few days.